Welcome, everybody. I'm here with Dan. Dan, welcome.
Good to be here.
Great to have you at CMC. So tell us a little bit about Go Fish Media. Tell us about your company.
Yeah. So we've been in business since kind of the mid-2000s. We're a full-stop digital marketing agency, but our big focus is on SEO, content, and web design development.
Got it. And what is your particular role? Tell us what your challenges are.
Well, I'm on the operations side, so I'm working with a lot of like the hiring, team setup, still work on a lot of different client projects. And I'm actually technically an attorney, so I'm our source of in-house counsel as well. Yeah.
Got it. And what kind of work are you doing with customers and clients? Tell us about some of your clients and the projects that you're taking on that are changing the world and innovative and trying to help them stand out from the pack.
Yeah, I'd say some of the more interesting recent ones have been with really large publications, some that I can't mention, others that I can. We've recently been doing work with Wikipedia.
Nice.
And you would think that, so Wikipedia is the largest website in terms of organic visits in the world. And it's one of those things where you would think they would have their online setup pretty well figured out. But in all honesty, and they do definitely dedicate time to it, but in honesty, they've kind of lucked out in that the internet's kind of been grown around them over the last 10 years. They've become such a force that Google and Facebook and others just adjust their algorithms to what Wikipedia does.
Got it.
And so that's been really interesting to not only see that, but then also work with them to see how they can leverage that platform and that kind of competitive edge that they have to get that free encyclopedia out to even more people.
Got it. We're here to talk about how to evolve content marketing. How is your agency helping your clients evolve with content marketing? What are you doing differently than you were a few years ago? Or how are you bringing new aspects of different new technology or new tools or new insights into what you're helping clients produce or recommend they produce?
Yeah, I'd say one of the biggest adjustments that we've made to our content marketing strategy has been largely data-driven. So even working on things like that Wikipedia project that I mentioned, it gives us a lot of data as to what is doing well, what is driving the most clicks, what people are most interested in, where the engagement is. And it's through, obviously we use a fairly standard tool set to dig into the metrics, but a lot of the off-the-beaten path things have been really relevant to us. So not only looking at metrics of large websites like a Wikipedia, but then also Reddit has been incredibly valuable as a research tool, just to figure out where content is heading, what is going viral, why is it going viral, and those kind of, I guess, not typical sources of information have been really beneficial.
Got it. And tell us about that. You had a presentation related to that, so tell us about your...
Yeah. I started thinking about it a couple weeks actually in this frame of mind that I think helps put it into perspective is, as I was using Reddit to gather data about content, I started thinking about if there was a software tool that could show you at any given point in time what is the hippest content. And not only that, it has a massive audience that self-segments based off of interests, based off of age, demographics, location. And then they comment on content. You have anonymous feedback on content. If you had all of that, and I had a software tool that could show you that at any given time, I think it'd be a massive bestseller. The value would be huge. And yet Reddit's here, and it's free. And people just don't necessarily approach it as a tool in that regard. And so ultimately what it comes down to is if you treat it like you would any other data gathering tool, you're amazed at what you can find. Because instead of doing some guesswork, if you're trying to come up with a new piece of content, trying to convince the higher ups to push the envelope a little bit and do something they've never done before, you can turn to Reddit and show them, and it's something that we've done, is show them, hey, this type of content has been getting tens of thousands of upvotes for the last couple weeks. This is a sure bet. If we go down this path, it's not as risky as it might seem. I know you've never done it before, but here's all this validation. Here's 10,000 comments talking about how cool it is. And it really helps organizations experiment with new things.
We're short on time, and you've got lots of big information that you need to give to people that they can see in the recording. But in quick summary, do you feel like it's a tool that can help you with empathy and understanding what people are thinking and feeling, as they're making these comments on Reddit or chiming into a conversation? Is that what you're looking for? Almost sentiment, if you will? And then what are you doing with that data?
The sentiment is really valuable, especially because it's very difficult to predict how certain types of messaging and content will be received.
Yeah.
And a lot of big companies, even just recently, have made some big faux pas, misreading the sentiment, if you will. And so it is very valuable for that. And then with our data that we gather from it, we keep kind of a bank of running ideas that we see in Reddit that maybe we don't have a place for yet. And then as we maintain that, it becomes this kind of database for us where we can draw from it, take these proven concepts, and then apply them.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming out. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Right on. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.